A planned hike on Miami's highest peak turned tragic few weeks ago after search teams uncovered new details following an extensive multi-day operation involving ground crews, canine units, and aerial surveillance. A New York father and daughter were both found deceased on Mount Kahati in Marie after disappearing during a hike over the weekend, according to state police. Tim Kinderlin, 58, and his daughter Esther Kinderlin, 28, had set out from Abo campground on Sunday, June 1st, intending to hike to the summit of Kahatdin, the state's tallest mountain. They were last seen at approximately 10:15 a.m. on the Abo Trail in the area known as the Tableland, according to authorities. Their vehicles were later found unattended in the day-using parking lots, promptly Baxter State Park Rangers to begin search efforts on Monday morning. The search was expanded on Tuesday and Wednesday to include multiple teams from the Miami Warden Service, the Miami Association of Search and Rescue (MASARO), and the Miami Army National Guard. On Tuesday, June 3, at approximately 2:45 p.m., a Miami Warden Service K-19 found Tim's body on the tablelands near the summit of Katadi. Search operations intensified after Tim's body was found. Ground teams and helicopters focused their efforts on the tableland and surrounding trails and streams, especially on the mountain's eastern side. Crews worked from 8 a.m. Wednesday and were aided by Miami Forest Service and Army Guard helicopters that transported searchers and conducted a thorough search. Despite deploying thermal imaging via helicopters during nighttime hours, no sign of Esther were initially located, but that changed on Wednesday afternoon. Approximately 1 p.m. on June 4th, a team consisting of Miami Game Warden and MASAR technical research personnel discovered Esther's body in a boulder field between the cathedral and Saddle Trails, roughly 1,000 feet from where her father had been found the day prior. Esther had written on her Substack the day before the hike that she was on a sales trip with her father and had planned the hike together. I'm a little nervous after everything I've read about the Abo trails, but I'm going to do it if weather permits. If you don't see me back on Substack, note again, that's where I am, she wrote. Esther was a customer service representative for Rifton Equipment, a New York-based manufacturer of adaptive medical devices. Mount Katadin, known for its strenuous terrains, requires an elevation gain of about 4,000 feet to reach the summit. Regardless of the trails, the climb is considered physically demanding. Local hiking guide Tory Gray explained that the mountain's elevation caused unpredictable weather patterns, including thunderstorms and snows, making Katadin terrain treacherous even for the most experienced hikers. Following the recovery of both bodies, trail boots had been to pour in for the Kilderlin homes and community. The town of Esopus expressed grief over the loss of Tim and Esther, describing them as treasured members of the community. In a statement, the town recalled their involvement in the park and recreation committee, where their contributions left a lasting impact. Officials note that their kindness, dedication, and spirit would be remembered and honored through continuous service to the community in their memory. Heinrich Arnold, Tim's brother-in-law and a fellow member of the Broodhof, also shared a personal message on social media. He recounted that the pair had gone on a day hike up Mount Katahdin, and when they failed to return, the family alerted the authorities. He thanked the SWAT team and expressed the family's sorrow, stating, "Although our brother Tim was taken from us all too soon, we know Tim loved Jesus and in one in eternity with him." Heinrich also asked for continuous prayers for Tim's wife, Anne-Marie, and their children, Timothy, Catherine, Heidi, Sophia, and Carl. At the time of his message, the search for Esther was still ongoing. The death of Tim and Esther marked a tragic end to a planned day hike on one of Miami's most challenging mountains. Their loss has deeply impacted both their local community and the border networks they were part of as search team and loved ones alike.